Okay, we're doing a third character, Titan. Attempt at solo flawless. Pit of Heresy. So I can say I've done it on everyone. The plan is to do it as cheesy as possible. So my Warlock was as not cheesy as possible, I guess. My Hunter was just getting it done because that was the first character, like the first week. My Titan, I just want to cheese it as much as I can. So I'm going to make it harder for myself by cheesing it in a way that's more difficult than just finishing it legitimately, properly. So the plan is, if you just looked at the build, 100 recovery. The mods are Oppressive Darkness. I also have Hive Barrier and Hive Armaments, so I should be fine on ammo. I'm using Saint 14 for the bubble, top tree bubble, with mag grenades, so hopefully my armaments will give me ammo, because I'll be able to kill something with a mag grenade. Whereas Void Wall, they might walk out of Suppression Grenade. It's not really a PvE grenade, is it? So that's the plan. Weapons are Mountaintop, Hush, and Anarchy. I will probably be swapping for the third encounter just to make it even cheesier by equipping Rat King and using the Invis and the healing from Rat King just on Thrall or random acolytes that are nearby, and I'll just be using the Wendigo as my grenade launcher instead, and I guess some random shotgun. Do I have a sniper rifle? No, I guess a random shotgun for my secondary. Hopefully I have some ammo. It's a little bit worrying that I'll just not have any ammo. I guess I can swap at the final tower here. Or maybe I can get the flag after. What? Does the flag stay? I don't think so. That could be a strat though. If that flag stays there, just no, you can't get back up very easily. Like, barely at all. We'll see. Like, this is relatively new. And then my general plan for cheesing everything. I'm going to try two different things in the final encounter. Divide, Cone, X. So I can do X, which is the Wizard, and then go straight to Cone, which is the Shrieker, and then leave the Knight for last. Hopefully I have enough ammo left after the Wizard. Trying to not use any on blocking here or swinging, just to keep as much ammo as I can for this Wizard. I'll use my bubble on the Wizard, I guess, because it's the only one that's really a threat. Okay, can't avoid that much. No! Okay. Oh, I'm hitting the bubble now. Flinch. 5,000? What? 0. Okay. Yep. Hit invisible walls and stuff. Cool. Don't actually know if I've got enough ammo for this now. Weapons of Light's just about to run out. I can super it though, I guess, to finish it. And that'll make sure I have enough ammo for the Shrieker. Which was wherever it is. Cone, I think. Why does it curve down when you jump? That's so bad. I think a super's probably enough to kill it. I just want to be healthy. There we go. 26 ammo is more than enough. Excuse me, I'm going to the con. Just remember I don't have Lime Rampants on. I will be using that for the Out of Bounds and for the Wizard encounters. No way I'm doing that on Titan without those boots. Like, why would you do that to yourself? That's a weird temple over there with a lift in it. I still need to explore this area. People have found things in here that like sound cool, but I haven't like looked for them myself. Ah, where is it? Is that it? That is it. Hey, you. Okay, 17 ammo is still more than enough. Come on. Don't prove me wrong. You can use the rest of the sword just to get past these ogres, because they're very scary. So blocking with it actually defends you from, like, behind. What was last? Oh, it's divide, right? It was X, cone, I want to say divide. It's either divide or circle. God damn it. I don't remember which one it was. Can I see it from here? Nope, because that's the exit. Why would I be able to see it on there? Ow. I thought the lift was killing me then. I guess I'll pass through here and just see. That's a lot of enemies that I don't really want to have to deal with, and I'm apparently passing through all of them. You know what? I'm going to divide first, because there's nothing there. Not 2 ogres in a night anyway. 2 ogres, 2 knights, and the sword bearer. And a pit keeper. And a million other things. He says, looking at an ogre. Oh, you're dead. Stop it. I can get around here and kill that guy, and it should despawn the knights, I believe. Yep, you should be despawning. Well, if you're not going to despawn, you give me some ammo then. Is it even this one? It does look like... Does that look like the right knight or the wrong knight? Oh my god, have I gone to the wrong shrine? Okay, I'm not sure why they shield before they take any damage. That seems counterintuitive considering it heals them, but okay. No, it's divide. Yeah, it's divide. This is divide, right? This wouldn't be thrall here if this was the wrong shrine. Okay, good. Try and group up the thrall just so I can kill him with the right click. I don't want to pick up that heavy because I want to swap to a sword and then pick it up. Okay, so we're going to be going through Rat King, Shotgun, Wendigo, but I actually need the sword for the next bit. So I'll just try and get as much heavy off these guys as I can. Make sure my special's kind of topped up, because I think I lose most, like, a lot more special than I lose heavy. But I guess we'll find out. Oh, I don't want to be low down for this either. I want to just go up top and snipe the Pit Keeper. I guess I could just super the Pit Keeper, but I need a bubble for the next bit anyway, so if I don't use it, I don't have to wait for it, which will be nice. Waiting for it will be annoying. Is there going to be a random night spawn? Wow, that shrine is completely covered. Why is there so much stuff there? It's like, it's not even a relevant location. It's weird. Maybe it always has that much stuff in the middle. Maybe that's like the middle temple. Who knows? Pit keeper, wherefore art thou, pit keeper? Really worried about this hitting an invisible wall just below me and killing me. Yeah, that's why I didn't want to drop down. Although I can get an overshield off you. Well, hopefully give me time for everything to despawn. Okay. Probably gonna swap weapons now. I still need the sword, right? So I can't actually still do that though. And swap this to a random shotgun. There's definitely better weapons for this. That's what I want to do with this weapon. I think I want to just kill knights. That's about it. guess I just go random sniper. This is a solo sniper as well, which will help me for the wizard encounter, I guess. Alright, so I want to waste all my ammo so I get some free special ammo. I'll do that on the way. I mean, this is cheesy, right? Okay. We're going a bit overboard on the cheese, but if the game wants to give me free ammo, I'll take the free ammo. Not V-Sync, actual cap, because V-Sync's not good enough to actually stop me dying. Have I swapped to ramparts? I have not swapped to ramparts. Alright, the cheese method requires cheese. This is part of the cheese. So I'm gonna get sniper ammo, which will be useful for me. Okay, that's the ammo done. Frame rate undone. Maybe slightly G-spot just doesn't exist. Just keep ramming myself into it and it's just nothing's happening. Let me in! Let me in! Harambe did not die for this. There we go, finally. Okay, don't need the sword anymore. Hopefully get some ammo. 3. Okay. Low ammo run. 5 sniper shots and 3 Wendigo shots to kill a knight. And get his orb. And then I have to deal with the wizards. But I guess I can get free ammo again for the sniper rifle for the wizards, so that's not a big deal. Or I can just go back to Hush for the wizards and Mountaintop. Going along the top of the tunnels. Obviously. There's no like risk of anything here, as far as I know. Gonna swap back onto my Saint 14. Okay, so I've activated the next checkpoint for the pit. So now I have to start the encounter by getting close to it. I'll get the debuff, Curse of Suffering, and then I can go away from it, and it will teleport me into it. I think you have to go this way to go away from it, because you're hitting like that checkpoint, as opposed to going that way. Because you're allowed to go that way, and it doesn't teleport you in. Oh, I got some heavy. Nice. Rat King is weird. Haven't used that in forever. So it heals me, it starts my health regen every time I reload. I need to find a knight. So the doors are closed, that's the only difference with this method. So that knight has not come in. So I can't use that knight, because he's not here. But he might just teleport in, like he just did there. Okay, there's quite a lot of acolytes. They've somehow gotten in. So I'm going to try and dunk this ball 6 times, that's the plan. Keeping an eye on that, picking it up and walking over here every time. Just to reset the plate. Still got about 10 seconds left. Anything that comes into the bubble gets blinded. Is that 6? Is that 5? I don't know. That's 5, that's 6. Okay, my bubble has run out. The encounter is finished, so I just need to survive now. Okay, they're despawned. That's what the Rat King was for. If I finished it and there was a bunch of stuff, I was just gonna kill a thrall and go invis. So that is the first 3 encounters cheesed. Well, the first one was just unlegit, let's be honest. Didn't really cheese it. Final encounter I get a flag for, so I don't need to worry about that. Just next encounter, I guess. I can either go Hush or I can just stay on Sniper. Either way, Rat King's probably not useful. Let's just go Hush. Mount up. And we'll go back to Anarchy. In case we get a drop. I do want Lion Ramparts for the next bit. So when there's a lot of jumping happening. I guess I should have equipped the sword to cheese this bit, because you can just block on your way down. But you can also just fall that path. It's pretty safe. I'm going to grab my terrible map. So I've got bottom right. I've got middle left. That's supposed to be? Or is that top right? That's top right. Middle right. Bottom right, top right, and top left. Alright, so that's not too bad. So I do bottom right, I'll do top right, and then I'll go to the end, clear everything, and then the top right, left. And I do have Lion Ramparts on. I should grab that chest. Nah, whatever. That's not cheesy. Loot. Can I make this jump on Titan? I can on Warlock with a grenade, and I can on Hunter. I assume I can. Oh, that is pretty close though. I actually want a grenade you for ammo. Why did you move? Jerk. God. I'll do. I don't want to fight with the Shrieker or anything. Just let the wizard die and everything will despawn. What am I seeing on my radar? Why are there enemies? Like, over there. Whatever. Got some actual ammo now, so that's useful. I don't really want to get sniped by enemies on this side when I'm going back. So, take it a little bit slower. Okay, it's mostly Thrall. This is a shrine right here, just on my right, for the next one. So I want to make sure this stuff isn't following me. Can't tell if it is or isn't, or if it's just dodging the lanterns. I don't know what it's doing. I'm going to assume it's not going to come. I'll try and keep an eye on radar to see if it does come. Not killing the acolytes in one headshot with Hush is... Why? Why are they not dying? I even have a minus back on. They should die. They did come. I think one anarchy is probably enough to kill that wizard. I don't like you guys. I don't know why you're still even there. Thank you. I guess that's just where they spawn, all the way down there, and then they run all the way up. As soon as you start engaging the wizard. So this is the exit, and last shrine is over there. For ADS, does it kill them every time? It's like, just super inconsistent. Does ADS do more damage somehow? Seems like it's killing them every time. Didn't kill that one, okay. It's just weird. I get a flag for the next encounter anyway, so I might as well use my bubble now. It's not going to help me much, but it's whatever. Okay, on to the final encounter at 21 minutes. It's not too bad. So, the two strategies. The ultimate cheese strategy involves not dunking any balls ever. I'm just going to clear the room, and then the knights will constantly respawn and give me new swords, and I can just use those swords to kill the boss without dunking any orbs. However, to do that, you have to be melee to melee with the boss, which is very dangerous. Doesn't really make sense for a flawless, but it does make sense for a massive cheese. But then I'm also like, if I'm waiting for a bubble every single time I get a new sword, it's going to take me literally forever to do that. And I don't know how much damage it does, so I might try it once with my first bubble. I'll clear the area, try it once with my first bubble, and see how much damage I do. If it's enough, if it's like 20%, I'll probably do that because it'll only take 5 tries, 5 bubbles I have to wait for, and I can put on super mods in between. If it's like less than that, and it's going to take 6 or more rotations, I think I'll just do the other cheese, which is just kill the Shrieker, nothing else. And then just dupe that ball 3 times from the Shrieker. And use that as my, to start the damage phase, avoiding the Wizard and the Knight. And then you get a bonus little damage phase, because of how that works, for reasons. And I'll just do it that way to make it fast, because that's the fast way of doing it. This is the... So I'm going to try the very cheesy way of doing it first, see how long it actually takes to do it, because it might take just forever and it's not worth it. And then I'll do it the fast way, which is also cheesy, but probably way safer than this method. Although if I got a bubble every time, I think I'll be safe. Do I have any boss resists? I don't know. I'm killing everything first time, just so I don't have to deal with absolutely anything for this cheese. There'll only be the boss and a knight. I'll kill the knight, I'll do damage to the boss, and then I'll wait for stuff to recharge. At least I'll show the proof of concept, even if I don't end up finishing it that way. I don't think Oppressive Darkness works during this either, so that's not useful. So I'm just going to clear this like I normally do, kill the knight, shoot the wizard, kill the Shrieker, shoot the wizard. Kill all the acolytes, kill all the dunk 2, kill the stuff in the middle. And then not dunk the third one. Does a knight still spawn if I dunk 2? Who knows? Maybe I won't dunk any. There's no point dunking any. God damn it. Mag grenade does a lot of damage. It explodes twice, right? So it's like 30k? Wow. Never really use it. I was going to swap to... Well, I'm still going to swap to Void if I actually do the boss normally, just because he'll stand in it the whole time pretty much. There's no point running Mag against the boss. I should definitely be able to hit him with a Void Wall for the Oppressive Darkness. Okay, fine. I expect he'll move as soon as I hit him with 2. Maybe not. Oh no, he is. That's hitting full damage. Oh, the first one did. Has he moved back to the right? He's definitely moved somewhere. Oh, maybe. Who knows? Wizard AI is dead anyway, so that's fine. Alright, so I'm gonna kill all this garbage. And then try this cheese. And if it... Yeah, I don't want to put on max intelligence, I guess. Swap all my mods from recovery to intelligence. Extra 50. That curving down is so, like, weird. I know there's at least one acolyte left. Where's this acolyte gone? Okay, let's see how much damage this does then. Wait, you, I need your knight sword. I need your knight sword. So if I point right clicking with this sword, he should be taking damage, yeah. So he took a tiny bit of damage there, you can see his health bar changed a little bit. He has moved away from the bubble, which is annoying. I think I have to hit him with both ends of the sword. I don't think I can just snipe him, although I do want to, I might as well try it, right? As soon as my bubble runs out. Okay, let's just try it. If I just right click him with the sword, does he take damage? Because if he does, this will be a lot easier just to stand up here and right click him. Or is it like the impact from the right click? So I need to see if his health moves at all. Does not appear to be moving at all. Right, so that's one sword and it did that much damage. I mean, if I want to cheese it like completely, I guess that's the cheese, right? So I've decided to cheese this as much as I possibly could, which requires a lot of time. Trust me, it took way too long. It's not worth it. Because of that, I sped up the video at variable rates, and I'm recording this audio during the editing. So if I'm AFK, I sped it up 16 times. If I'm generating my super but not AFK, I sped it up to 8 times. And during all the damage phases where I'm hitting the boss, I've sped it up to 2 times. So you can still see me almost dying repeatedly. And if you wanted to watch the boss damage at normal rates, you could by putting the video on 0.5 times, but then this audio is going to sound pretty weird. I started off with the most cheesy way possible, which was just to get 100 intelligence and go AFK. Literally walk away from the computer. But I was slightly worried about getting kicked for inactivity, and I just wasted my super there if you saw it. I just missed the damage phase because I used the wrong super. So I wanted a way to get my super back faster. So I started looking at exotics and found Mask of the Quiet One, which gives ability energy on damage taken. Nope, doesn't give super ability energy. Why would it? Just normal ability energy, so that was completely useless. Thanks for that. Just going to let the boss hit me, but no, doesn't generate any energy at all. So I'm going in for my second damage phase very shortly. Here we go. Grab my sword, throw out my ball, and just try and hit the boss as much as possible. I had not perfected this at all. I'm still very new. This is my second damage phase. I had no idea what I was doing. So most of this is me just learning how to manipulate the boss and where I can get hits in and how I can get the most out of each damage phase. I've left damage phase number 15 at regular speed because that's probably my cleanest damage phase that I had, and I can talk through it and explain every step of the way what I did. So my third damage phase here, run in, again, just try and get as many hits on the boss while staying in the bubble, and just use the bubble to heal myself and block as many hits as I can. That's my method at the moment. There's also going to be a bunch of practice runs, routing, for this that I did. Because I did not have this route straight away. I had to figure out a lot of how to get this to work. And I learned a lot doing that as well. So I'm going to show some clips of that at the bottom right of the screen and talk through that while all these damage phases are going on. Because, like I said, there's a lot of this time to kill. There's also some enemies still in this arena, which I did not know I had left alive. So I'm going to cut back to the regular audio for that, and then when we come back, I'm going to be showing some of the routing clips after the next damage phase. Wow, I very much thought all this stuff was dead. Okay then. So upcoming, you're going to see the routes I took on the bottom right. The routes I was practicing to try and figure out how to skip the ogres, because that was the hardest part of this. This part here is the initial route I took, which was discovered by Marco Style on day 1.
I am Marco, and I approve of this out of bounds.
I took this route to go outside. I went to the Chamber of Suffering checkpoint. I made sure the checkpoint triggered. I went back inbounds, the same way I went out of bounds. So I flew back inbounds here, as you can see. I went to check if the doors had opened, because I've now come back inbounds. They were not open. I went to check if the knights were still here. They were not. I could not get the knights or any enemies to spawn. So there's no balls, no way for me to get inside. I decided that if I went back to the first checkpoint at the necropolis, and then came back on myself, it might reload the area, see I've got the checkpoint, and open the doors for me, because the doors should be open if I've got this checkpoint. So this is me making my way back to the first area. Slightly harder to go up than it is to come down.
You're making progress, Intrix.
So I've made my way up to the top. I came back down, the doors are still here. I'm pretty disappointed, but I thought maybe the doors aren't really there and I can run through them. I tried to run through this door and I could not get through. So my new plan was to try and go back and die in the load zone, as that should teleport me to the start of the Chamber of Suffering encounter. As you can see here, I died on the way out and it spawned me before the Necropolis, before the first encounter. It's not really where I wanted to spawn, so I had to make my way back. I got to the exit and the door was now closed, so I had locked myself into the first encounter even though there were no enemies. So I used the out of bounds to get from the first encounter to the second encounter, as you can see here. And made my way back towards the load zone. I have now died, so I thought maybe the doors it's fixed and maybe I can get into the next encounter. I've had a million deaths at this point probably. It's not flawless anymore, but let's just see if the door is open, if it'll let me in. So made my way back to the door. As you can see, the door is still there. This is the toughest door ever. And I still cannot run through the door. My second attempt at trying to figure this out, I wanted to get to the checkpoint for the Chamber of Suffering, then return to the load screen and die on the way in to the tunnels with the ogres. So it would teleport me to the start of the Chamber of Suffering encounter. So I ran back and forth. Every time I went out, I'd put VSync on to cap my frame rate to 36, and every time I came in and wanted to die, I'd uncap my frame rate. So I did this a few times, and then as you can see, obviously, even with my frame rate capped, I died going out. So I spawned again at the Necropolis before the first encounter. As I make my way back there, here is a damage phase for you to enjoy. This is damage phase 12. 5 seconds ago we were on damage phase 2. I bet you didn't notice we'd gone that many. The boss is already about half health. It's pretty good, pretty fast. Not at all. Okay, so back to the outer bounds. So for all the damage phases now, I'm using Doomfangs, and I'm using Enhanced Ashes to Assets. They are the first knight that spawns, I get him low and punch him to get super energy from Doomfangs. The second knight that spawns, I get him low, hit him with a grenade to get energy from Ashes to Assets. And then the third knight, I kill and use that sword for the damage phase. This cut down a lot of the waiting for super, as that gave me pretty close to 40% of my super just from those two knight kills. The routing you are seeing now is me running back and forth through the load zone. On the way to the Necropolis, I'm capping it at 30 FPS, and on the way to the tunnels, I am removing the cap and trying to get it to kill me. Of course, I die 3 times in a row, the first 3 times I do this on Hunter, and now that I want to die, the game refuses to kill me. We are coming up to damage phase 15, so I'm going to cut the outer bounds here. I'm going to talk through all of damage phase 15, and then we'll do a bit more outer bounds, and we'll be basically finished. I started off by baiting the slam attack, and then I rush up to the boss, throw away the sword, and spawn the bubble. The boss is going to slam again, so I get my punch in to stop myself getting any knockback. I then grab my sword, and start hitting him as much as I can. But you can use your body to push the sword against the direction he is attempting to move, which keeps him closer to the bubble. So here you can see me moving around the boss slightly, keeping him from walking away, getting as much damage in as I can, which allowed me to burn through the entire sword, which is a lot more damage than I was doing in the previous phases. If I did this perfectly every single phase, it would only take roughly 15 damage phases to actually kill the boss. Okay, so back to some of the routing. Still running back and forth, capping my frame rate to 30 on the way back to the Necropolis and uncapping it on the way into the tunnels. If dying on the way in spawned me inside the Chamber of Suffering, then this was going to be my plan for the cheese run. I was informed that dying during the loading screen doesn't count as a death. However, if I die like this, it causes the game to wipe me, as it's technically a dark zone, and it respawns me. And I'm not sure if that counts as a death or not. So, bit risky. While I was experimenting with the out of bounds, damaging the boss this way was found, and I got sent a video. So this became my new strategy for the final encounter. If I'd managed to do this the first time, I wouldn't have known about this strategy, so I would have just killed the Shrieker, duped the ball 3 times so that I didn't have to kill the Knight or the Wizard, and then just done a really fast damage phase. Doing a damage phase like that really fast causes you to get a second small damage phase where the boss does a second wipe mechanic slightly after becoming immune. So if you're gonna use that strategy for speed, be careful you don't get wiped by the second wipe mechanic. And you also can't dunk balls before that because it resets the progress after the second wipe. I also managed to find the new route I was taking, that you can go out of bounds right as you enter the loading zone, which was much faster and much easier. Zialata, Marco.
Well, would you look at that? The roles of master and student have been reversed.
As I got close to killing the boss, I thought, I haven't technically done any damage to the boss, so this might not even count as a flawless solo. But I'm sort of committed at this point and I want to know. If I need to do it again, I'll do it again.
Good job, Intrix. You're finally becoming a real gamer.
So I finally got the game to kill me on the way in after countless times running through the load zone, because of course it doesn't kill you when you want it to kill you, but if you don't want it to kill you, it's going to kill you. It looked like it was spawning me out of bounds here, because this is between the first and second encounter and the out of bounds. However, it did spawn me inside the Chamber of Suffering. So you're going to get to see the last couple damage phases. This is damage phase 23. I got really close to killing the boss, but I also got really close to dying. So I wussed out and went for one clean final phase. And this is the audio from the final phase. This is not, it's like not gonna count or something. So it's still on 2. Let's see if this actually counts or if I've just wasted an hour and a half. 90 minutes doing this. I got here in 20 minutes, it's been 90 minutes since. So while this is incredibly cheesy, I don't think it's worth it, I'll be honest. I could have done a damage phase at like a long time ago to finish him off that way, just a normal damage phase to finish it. But that wouldn't be the full cheese, so. I've completely cheesed it. I haven't done a single damage phase. I got some gloves. Did it count as solo flawless? It did. Okay, that is a Titan cheese run. Unless someone figures out how to skip the wizard encounter completely by like flying past it. That is incredibly cheesy. Uh, do I recommend this for the final encounter? No, no, I really don't. I mean, you could do it to get it down to like a third and then just dunk the balls, because you've already got the balls ready. Just dunk them and then finish it off. But, oh man. That was incredibly tedious. It literally went, I got here about 21 minutes, 22 minutes, somewhere around there. It's now been an hour and 50 minutes. My hard drive is crying to me it's running out of space. It was a slog. It was a proper slog. But I said I was going to cheese this as much as I could. And I think that was me cheesing it as much as I could. Alright. See the score screen at the end. And then call it there.
Sleepy as a vagina.
I started by waiting for super, but then I got so bored I had to use Doom Fangs and stuff to make it faster. 0 damage, 94 kills, 75 orbs, yeah. An hour and 48. I got here about 21, 22 minutes. I'm gonna speed that entire bit up by like, I don't know, 6 times, maybe 10 times. Just till the final phase probably. But if you want to properly cheese it, I don't think you use Doom Fangs. I think you just wait for your super to recharge each time. That would be the true cheese. Never kill more than one knight that you need to kill. Alright. Thanks for watching my 3 pits. Hunter, just to get it done. Warlock, as legit as possible without any cheese, any duping, anything like that. Titan, as cheesy as I can make it. And I'm pretty sure this is going to be some sort of record on the cheese scale. Unless someone can figure out how to skip the wizard encounter. And then, yeah, I guess that means I have to do this again.
Only thing that's left now is becoming a Titan main.
Thanks for watching. Bye!